We now shift to new information regarding former President Trump and his opinion on this year's midterm election.
TV2's correspondent Jalen Bankston has the updates. Hi, Jalen.
Olivia, Sydney, that's right. Former President Donald Trump has been showing up his support for the candidates of his party throughout these elections. Former President Trump repeatedly urged people on Monday to vote for J.D. Vance at a Dayton rally. Trump gave his support to Vance, calling him an independent voice for Ohio. Additionally, current Governor Mike DeWine briefly came to the stage in support of Vance. However, just last week, Trump humiliated Vance at a rally, saying Vance sucks up to him because he wants his support.
There's only one choice to end this madness. If you support the decline and fall of America, then you must, absolutely must, vote for the radical left crazy people, the radical left Democrats. And if you want to stop the destruction of our country and save the American dream, then tomorrow you must vote Republican in a giant red wave that we've all been hearing about.
Former President Trump repeatedly urged people on Monday to vote for J.D. Vance at a Dayton rally. Trump gave his support to Vance, calling him an independent voice for Ohio. Additionally, current Governor Mike DeWine briefly came to the stage in support of Vance. However, just last week, Trump humiliated Vance at a rally, saying Vance sucks to him because he wants his support. It may be election night 2022, but former President Donald Trump is already looking towards the 2024 election. Trump is reportedly preparing to announce a presidential bid later this month. That's according to two close sources to the president. At a campaign event in Dayton last night, Trump said he'll be making an announcement at Mar-a-Lago next Tuesday. Top advisors have been told that Trump is going to make his declaration in a battleground state that he closely lost to then-candidate Joe Biden in 2020. But others say Trump should stay put and make his statement in the Sunshine State, where he has strong support from GOP voters. A Trump spokesperson declined to comment on the matter. President Biden's attempts to make good on promises he made during his campaign are coming to fruition. He claims to help Americans to create opportunities that may just be coming true with his newest issue. Back in August, President Joe Biden unveiled a three-part plan that promised a loan disbursement of $10,000 to $20,000 for students. To the excitement of students and their families, to the opinions of others, I set out to see how Americans felt about this decision.
I'm very excited about it. I think it's necessary and it's a long time coming because I think college is overpriced.
Many people share the same feelings of Latasha Moore, a parent of a student here at Kent State University. She isn't the only person who thinks college is just too pricey.
I feel like it's great for college students that's facing this current debt, and I feel as though it's going to relieve a lot of stress.
The decision from the Biden administration not only pleased students, but families and more specifically parents of those students. It relieves a great deal of stress for many households around the country.
I think this bill needs to be passed. Everything is overpriced and salaries are not keeping up with inflation. And students coming out of college, this is a huge financial burden. And I believe loans is why some kids choose not to go to college because they can't afford it.
The application for loan disbursement is set to open on Monday, October 17th, and is supposed to help millions of students around the country dismiss the stress that comes with after-graduation fees. Biden's administration has provided a better start to life for kids after graduation.
It will help a lot of students and a lot of families that are currently trying to figure out and put pieces together as though they're trying to do it for food and they're trying to do the same thing for clothing. It's going to give them a relief off their back.
Most Americans see the benefit of student loan forgiveness and are anticipating the day that it becomes a reality. This is a great time for students, not just for their student loan bill, but for future bills as well.
Well, with the criteria that they have set up, I think it's going to benefit students who have graduated or in the process of graduating and they don't have the income as starting out with a entry-level job possibly to pay these loans back and to be able to live on their own with room and board and car and being able to provide for themselves out of college.
Joe Biden has made life a little bit easier for many young adults across the country and opened up many doors that most students thought were closing. He's given an opportunity to students that many feel were a long time coming and they couldn't be happier. I'm Jalen Bankston from TV2. Kent State is home to many student-ran groups and organizations. They serve many purposes and walks of life. One in particular is an organization here on campus called MEN.
MEN is the Male Empowerment Network.
MEN is a student-ran organization here on Kent's campus that supports the academic, professional, personal, and social skills of our men of color on campus.
It takes men of color and gets them together and discuss problems in our community and how things in our community affect us and how we can change our community for the better.
Not only does MEN help young men navigate through their communities, the organization also provides a safe place for people to express themselves amongst their peers. Leaders of the organization act as helping hands, passing whatever knowledge and advice they can on the new and younger members, helping to better navigate life on campus.
I think the biggest thing I can say I got from men was kind of like the advice for it's like having like a bunch of like older brothers that was like literally in the same position as you. So I could probably say like they mentor was probably the biggest thing they do in the community.
Senior member Serge Johnson talks about how those before him came to his aid when he first joined. Now he pays it forward doing the same for others. MEN prepares you not only for life on campus, but life after college as well.
One event that I went to is they took like business pictures and how to write resumes and how to make us look better in that application process so that we can show that black men are excellent in these type of areas.
MEN continuously strives to do whatever they can to help their members grow and be successful. They make an effort to hone your social, professional, and life skills to help you be a better man. This is not just an organization. It's a brotherhood of like-minded individuals all striving for one goal, to be the best men they can possibly be.
I would say like the main goals for is like kind of like bring together like minority students, black and young men pretty much, and like just kind of transition them out of high school into college and like giving them tips and just how to manage life in college.
MEN is an organization ran by males of color, for males of color. It provides a safe space for the growth of everyone who comes into it. The work they do for their members and in their community are top-notch and have no signs of slowing down. I'm Jalen Bankston from TV2.
What I will say about this is Donald Trump cannot be president again. The American people know it. You see it in his numbers. And in part because he has continued to push candidates. This election is, again, about democracy and is about moving our country forward and not back to the chaos of Donald Trump.
According to a source, an advisor to former President Donald Trump testified Thursday in front of a grand jury looking into how some of the government records made it to Mar-a-Lago. Kash Patel was ordered to appear by a federal judge and was granted immunity from prosecution for his testimony. The court's decision has been placed under seal and grand jury proceedings are not available to the public. Earlier this year, he became one of Trump's point men to deal with the National Archives and the Justice Department when those agencies worked to get the classified paperwork returned from Trump. Trump has until next week to turn over records. According to the House January 6th Select Committee, the extension comes after Trump failed to turn over documents called for by a subpoena by Friday's deadline. The committee also said the former president is still under subpoena for the deposition testimony starting November 14th. The panel confirmed it has received correspondence from Trump about the subpoena, but didn't offer additional details. Reporting live from Franklin Hall Studio, I'm Jalen Bankston.